They gonna go, yeah, I got some Indian in my family. Well, how we just gonna forget that? How we just gonna forget that?
I had 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indian. Grandma's for society keep killing them, telling me, I had 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indian. Grandma's for society.
Your grandma told you. You got Indian in your family. Yay!
House again the build, figure build, making my skin ain't black, what the deal, singing loot, on my real shit, it's Aborigines, owners of the land, and every got tree, and every got see, invaders ever cross the step foot on the land, and you can step the fuck off, breathe, you can make a swing the sacred tomahawk, flick around with us with that black conscious dog, fake pics of slave ships, that's the reference, if we African, look, you gon' need more evidence, I'm American, Aboriginal, indigenous, your bogey DNA test, that this is rhetoric, stay woke, Aboriginal, get out, your civil rights acts, all you can eat, big out, the Stockholm Syndrome, make skits out. Phoenix Moon got the antidote. Get that stage out. Meanwhile, I'm rapping about my birthright. Freestyle. Teach each man, each woman, each child. Black races really Indians indeed now. Man, they indeed now. Hollywood, Title 18. G goes. Pilgrims get big gold with Phoenix and Beast Mode. Bringing my peoples out of the sleep mode. We ain't black, colors, Africans, or Negroes. But 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indian. Grandma's for society keep killing them, telling me,
What up, pal, Dan?
I had 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indian.
On my chatterbox, on my Cherokees, on my Power Monkeys, on my Washingtons.
Halito. What's up, beautiful ones? What's happening with you? What's going on out there in Indian country? Hope everything's healthy. I see y'all beauties. What's good with you? Greetings, Celestine Wilson. Von Dade, Halito, beloved. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, beauty. Awake the Red Pit, OCO. Mr. Walter, what's up, Albie? Empress Ayoka, how y'all doing? OCO, everybody. I hope everything is healthy. Everybody's spending time with their holidays and with their family, doing what they do, just loving up on each other. Whether you celebrate the holidays or not, it's always a good time to be with family. Always a good time to be around the people that you love. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. So, I don't know who's out there. If Dane Calloway is watching, we definitely sent the link to Chief Holiday to have you come over and speak with Chief Warhorse. And no war. We can, discuss those differences later. I just want you to know it's not an ambush or anything. Very basic understanding. There's some things that you may want to clear up. I don't know if you've heard or not. If you are in fact listening, Dane, Hemox Sealab is definitely using your name. This is something that, it's no secret that I've been hot on this man's trail for a long time. Hemoc, and right now he is a boil on the ass of humanity of Indian country. So definitely I sent the link to Holiday. So if you want to join in, you can definitely come over and sit down and have a conversation with Chief Warhorse and I, and we will keep it specific to what it is that we're talking about. And this is regarding Hemoc Sealab. Using your name. I'm cracking up because I already see 3 people that hit the dislike button already. We don't need y'all here. Why y'all keep coming around? Why y'all keep coming around? I told y'all this is not for the novice or the overly emotional, the hypersensitive people. This is not the channel for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to know your limits. You got to know your boundaries and stuff like that. My boundaries don't exceed, alkaline water and marijuana. Those are my boundaries, right? There's some other people that got their boundaries, but you come over here in this channel, you need to be familiar with your boundaries, or you're going to be uncomfortable here. That's it. You're going to be uncomfortable here. So I'm just saying, this ain't the place. We keeping it real over here. We not doing no, coochie footing around. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure y'all understand that, so nobody's disappointed. If you're coming over here for, some candy cane shit, this is not the place. This ain't the place for you. That's not what I'm giving up here. Just so y'all know. Muata Chikwendo, how are you, beloved? What's up, J Day? Derek Gray, how are you? Hey, Jay. We got a lot of things to talk about right now. It's still Operation Cornbread. Kiawa Yasa, what's up, beloved? Burnish Brass. Well, this is Operation Cornbread, no Granny Traffic series. This might take quite some time because there is a complete, a whole syndicate of vagabonds and dacoits that are out here looking to rape and pillage the village. You know what I'm saying? So until that's done, we're not going to stop mashing on these folks. And that don't mean everybody's guilty either. I'm not saying that. These people in particular, they have they're doing a very awful disservice. Peace and honor to you, Chataya. Chatahaya. What's up, we Brad? What's happening? Peace and love, love legacy. What's up, Kuka? Mad vibes. So at the end of the day, there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It has to be told. So this way, nobody can ever run game on y'all going forward. And y'all learn how to move as urban Indians. You need to know how to move as individual Indians. If you can't, you have the bloodline with your family, not with these damn strangers. Okay? And a lot of things that they are presenting are very deceitful, and you need to look in on a thing. You need to just look in on a thing. Like, it ain't going to hurt you to do anything besides your due diligence. It's absolutely going to help you. So that's something that y'all certainly going to want to do. Now, I don't have... they done cut the access, so I can't even troll. Personally, I'm going to tell y'all, people that I don't like, I don't listen to them. I don't watch what they say. I don't really, I don't really do that. What's up, Cherokee? I don't really do that. I don't follow them around and see if they say any little thing or whatever. Sometimes I just, I just let it be what it be. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody, and I get that. I know what my boundaries are, and, there's just some lines I'm just not going to cross. You know what I'm saying? There's just some lines I'm not going to cross. So there's really no surprises, no shocking things that, that I have anything to worry about. But, these people are very, very angry. They had some serious things that they were looking to do. And instead of, taking the right advice, they have been very duplicitous in scope. And I just don't understand this obsequiousness, this ingratiating groveling that they do, surrounded by this man, Hemox Sealip, or Juriel Devante. I have a problem with this dude, Ned Patop. You know how he's like one of these people, just to tell you, to give you a little insight on some of this dude's personality. He's one of the people that could have been 1 out of 5 bank robbers, right? All 4 of the people get caught for robbing the bank, and that one person that gets away, and he's the guy that says, hey, wait a minute, I got a couple of dollars too. I was the one that drove the getaway car. Like, he's one of those guys. Like, nobody was focused on him. He just inserted himself into this narrative, I don't know, to be important or whatever it is that he may feel. Again, this man's name is Ned Patah Amunwa, Hotep Motep Holiday Inn. And he's just inserting himself in any way that he can. Now, calling yourself Hemox janitor, or excuse me, cleanup man. Janitor was the nickname that we here in Indian country gave him. He just inserted himself on somewhere where nobody even knew who he was. And he has a whole Hotep name. Okay. And, he talks like a Moor slash Hotep guy slash a dude that don't know nothing about nothing, but think he gonna tell me something about what's going on in Indian country, or as if he, knows something that I don't know. Meanwhile, his friends are under FBI investigation, and my friends are, trying to make some changes in the conditions of our people. So we're not the same kind of folks. You know what I'm saying? We're not the same kind of folks. You're not, HEMOC is not somebody, nobody is looking to say, hey, I'm going to visit R. Kelly for Christmas, right? Nobody really wants to be seen with those kind of guys. But here you have this guy right here that is anxious to be seen, to be heard, to be noticed for having some sort of responsibility in this. And upon his introduction somewhere around August, he said that he was the cleanup man. And, at that point, that means there's some people that are going to get paid because HEMOC stole some money from us, right? From a lot of people. Okay, so where is the cleanup in that? Right now, he's just messy. And he wants to be seen. So there, I gave you your 5 minutes of fame. Okay, by mentioning your corny ass screen handle. He's got all this Hotep stuff going on, but he's like up to his very short neck in Indian business. I don't know. This is like a Tekashi 6ix9ine. You see how they let him come in hip hop? And that little boy Daniel Hernandez just came and took down the whole goddamn Bloods, right? Just that quick, right? Saying nigga, 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 all in the video. All in the video, just a whole bunch of chocolatey faces, and you got, here you have this Daniel Hernandez, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he comes in like that. And they let him in the game. Now that man's going to do 2 years, and he'll be right back out, hanging around all our young brothers, right? Messing around in our culture. This is the same difference. There's no difference with this Ned Patar dude, right? There's no difference. There's no difference. If they think that what they're doing is correct, yes, that Nuwapian bullshit. And if they think that what they're doing is in fact correct, why is it that they are worried about anything? I'm just trying to understand that. I'm sorry to hear that, Renee Thomas. I hope you meant a couple of dollars and not put his hands on you, because that's when, you got to send a militia out to go and make sure he know how to treat our women, sister. I hope that's not what you're saying. I do see your comments there. So you got this guy hot stepping in Indian country, and he's like all in their affairs and stuff like that. These people don't have no grandma and grandpa to show you. They are grabbing on to anything that you have that you may be too lazy to even look for, that you don't even know you have, right? Because now they're looking to have your things transferred over to a tribe of people that you don't know. You don't know them enough to say that you can trust them to put anything into a trust with a bunch of strangers. Halito Kim Lace, what's up, beloved? So, hey, Phil Dark Matter, much increase to you too as well. So we got a lot of things going on in Indian country, man. We have a lot of things going on. There is a lot of cleanup. Again, if people are not able to step up, then you probably should just sit back and watch, because this is going to be a good example going forward of what it is that we got to get rid of, and we got to take out the trash, And Donald Trump came in and he said something very, very prolific, profound. And what he said was that he was draining the swamp. He said that he was draining the swamp. And in order to drain the swamp, that means get rid of a lot of bullshit. It wasn't limited to just people of color. That meant all these motherfuckers that ain't no good. And all of them. Why wouldn't it mean all of them? Why wouldn't it mean them? Why should we keep these people around? What are they doing besides looking to tear up things? They're not looking to build. These are not the men you want your daughters to be with. These are not the men you want to bump into your mother. These are not the men that you want around your people. These are not the women that you want bringing up your children. These are not the people that are going to take care of your elders. These are not responsible people. They are not responsible people. Am I saying they are terrible people? Not all of them. I do not believe that all of these people are terrible. I do believe that they are deeply sick. I do believe that they have some serious issues. We all have issues. We all have post-traumatic stress disorder. We all have about a bunch of things that we have to deal with. And at the end of the day, part of your healing process is dealing with your trauma and being able to compartmentalize it. Right? And not associate that with your actions. That's something that you go through so that you can bury the hatchet with yourself and you can free up some of the things inside of you that will enable you to go forward and do things with other people, right? If you can't have meaningful relationships outside in the public, then then you got some rough areas to deal with in private. You know what I'm saying? So you can just tell that people just, they have this hustle with everything, and then they try to, out slick a can of oil. You can't do that shit. You can't do that. They're trying to cut corners. We don't have to do that. We all have been able to come through some things, come to this understanding that history ain't what they told us. And we are all looking forward to the things that we thought that we'd never find out about our family. And that should be a pleasurable thing. Give me 1 second. I believe that this is Chief calling right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, our beloved Chief Warhorse is on the line. How are you, Chief Halito?
I'm doing fine. I know we working people by putting them 2 days in a row back to back, but we promised to keep the fight in the forefront so people know what was going on.
That is correct. That is correct. Now, everybody in the chat, drop a 1. I just want to make sure that you are able to hear Chief clearly. Drop a 1 in the chat. Oh, there's a lot of people there, Chief. They're saying hello.
Okay, tell them I want to wear my welcome outfit because we're going back to back on, and tell them I need to hear. I'm not on the seat, but let them let you know if they all with us with this, because we've been hitting them back to back on stuff. And if they're learning from it, tell them give us a sign. Tell them give us 100 if they think what we're doing is working.
If y'all think, if you guys appreciate these conversations and what we're bringing to the table, and the education, especially with the information that was provided in regards to the Creole, drop a 100 in there if you agree with how we're giving it up on this channel. I just want to make sure everybody's comfortable. Like I said, this isn't for the novice. I see the 100s in there. They're dropping the 100s, Chief.
Tell them thank you. I don't want to wear down their time, and what we're doing is taking all of us to do this. So
That's right.
Teamwork.
That's right. That's right, Chief.
There's no difference if we was all in a building with a person in the front speaking versus the way we doing it here. It's the same thing.
That's
we
right.
just don't see each other face.
That's right.
I would like to tell all of those that's been actually sharing and spreading the word. I'd like to tell them thank you. Because not only for me, but anyone that's out there that's been a victim of these crazy people. I want to be able to say thank you. And before I get started, because I'm hoping I can get this person to come on, Dan Calloway, I don't know you personally. You don't know me personally. But if you're listening at the sound of my voice, would you please call in? This is not to ambush anyone. This is so you and I can get some stuff clear that HEMOC is throwing out there. Because people don't understand. Dan Calloway put a lot of stuff out there with Chief Warhorse. They have never disrespected me in no form or fashion. But what people don't know, and he might don't know, is Dan Calloway and I have never been in no cahoots or nothing because we have not been properly introduced to each other by phone, internet, or anything. So Dan, if you hear me out there, please call in with Chief Warhorse and you can talk for the first time in front of an audience.
Yes.
So I just wish you called in, and if we can't do it tonight, let's set a date that we can come on and meet on air, so that HEMOC live can fall like the rest of their lives. So I need you to come on and be a receipt for me, Dan, that you and I don't have anything going on to any cahoots of Chief Warhorse trying to get the membership from some retarded group of people in something called NAAIC or whatever it is. Now, anybody out there know how to reach Dan? Tell him Chief want to talk to him tonight. Okay? If possible. All right. Now let's talk about these receipts that we've been asking Roderick and them for. That's what we're here for. I've been asking Roderick and I'm going to put some receipts out. So it came to my attention today that he posted some receipts. and things I can't see, but you let me know what receipt you start with and tell me what it's about, and then we'll talk about that receipt.
Okay.
We'll see if it's a receipt, or more slander and lies. Let's do that, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because what Roger can call receipt is made up fabricated lies that he used to slander people. So let's go with what's on Roger's page. Anybody out there, you want to, you can jump over to Roger's page. He got the stuff on there. Let me know that. Let's go, Phoenix, and you tell me which one of the receipts Roger posted on his page.
Okay. 1 second. Let's see. Okay, so there is a receipt where he has one of those pictures. Let me see. 1 second. One second. Let me get those pictures up. Okay. So here you have he has a, let me see. And I'm assuming this is supposed to be one of the companies. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Okay, Chief. These are the pictures. Never seen a chata or a chafunkta dressed like they going to a Halloween party. Somebody find a receipt for this. Help me, somebody. And this is on Roderick's page. This was one of those pictures.
Okay. I don't think that makes sense. That doesn't sound like a receipt. We're going to get the audience to go on these receipts because I've been delivering receipts. We're going to do this so Roger can understand how dumb it looks. But okay. My way of dressing has nothing to pertain to a shot top. Like one, Roger didn't know nothing about shot top till he met me. So how would he be able to measure that up when I'm the first shot top he ever met? Okay, so what is he going to measure my dress code to? Let's ask the audience if they think Roger receipt sound like a receipt.
So does this let's ask the audience. Chief is asking all of the viewers, does this look like a receipt?
To prove that I'm a fraud? Let the audience answer.
Does these pictures that Roderick posts, does it look like Chief's a fraud? These are what Roderick considers receipts. Y'all see that? Nothing but epithets and negative connotations. He has nothing solid. All they do on here, they've been posting some pictures of me, just a bunch of vitriolic banter, complete vehemence, in a true male chauvinistic form. This is how they played it. The people are saying, no, Chief. Looks like he's deflecting.
Okay, well, that's his receipt on me not being a real chief.
Right.
But to give me a receipt that I'm not real, he needs the state or the government. I'm giving him some clues about it.
Right.
He needs to get the state or government to give him a paper. I don't care if they go for him or the white people who thought that we were not Indian.
That's right.
Roger I saw on the page, he going to some pages of some white folks who said I'm not an Indian because of the color of my skin, which is an issue everybody knows that I've been fighting before he was Roger. Because white folks don't believe black people could be an Indian. Okay?
That's right.
And when I say that, I'm not talking all white folks. We're talking about the ones who think they more Indian than we are. Okay? That's no problem to let anyone know that there is some grief between some so-called white Indians that feel Chief O'Hart is not real because my skin is brown, copper colored. Copper colored like it was described in the history. And because I'm copper colored, they say I'm not an Indian. So I'll went to these white people page, got helpful stuff and pasted on his page.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So if that's a receipt, we need to go to the state or government agencies and get them to give him a receipt that I am fake and we are not a tribe.
Right.
He's not producing it as a receipt. And I don't call it a receipt. I call it another male soaking pig having a problem with a woman that's a chief. And he thought he could take a tribe because he was a man, if that's what he is. Because a real man come face to face with people and don't stride and slither like a snake and connive and try to overtake something that you're not going to take but a button. Okay, next receipt.
Let's get one of the other pictures up. I think this might be one of the foundation that you have.
Queen Chief Wallace Foundation. I have a foundation. There's no limit. I created the foundation because one day when I died, as a civil rights leader and as a chief, there will be things that will come under that foundation in the future.
Okay, wait a minute. Here we have.
That means I'm organized. Okay, I have intellectual properties that will be put into that. Okay.
Now there's a picture here. And excuse my language, but I'm gonna read this, Chief. Very vehement reply from Roderick. Stop lying on the FBI, bitch. You're gonna get your dumbass friends hurt, lying horse. Whoever do like this, stay off my fucking page and that weak Hobby Lobby made in China shit. Where's the FBI when you need them? Help me, somebody. Oops, my bad. They say they can't help with those receipts. Lion horse has invalid receipts. This is from Roderick's page.
Okay, audience. If you think that sounds like a grown man or that's a receipt, let me know if there's a grown man talking or is it a child in a human man's body. Or if it's a receipt, say receipt. If it's not a receipt, again, we'll come back and talk about that one. But I will say this. He could call me by my name. I didn't curse him. And I let you know his vocabulary is low because he doesn't use curse words to describe his feelings. So he has a very low vocabulary. Go ahead. Let's do the audience first.
Okay, let's get another receipt up. One of his alleged receipts.
Yeah, use the word alleged receipts because these are some weird receipts.
Yeah.
All chat of white people and that don't like people of color and my foundation.
Okay, now this next picture that's posted is Tribe Seeks OK Plan, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. And he's, he's asking, where's the money at? Let's see, where are the houses? What name is the property in? That's a concern for him. And the periodical that posts this.
Somebody else's business.
That is correct. That is correct.
I did not think to show me his title to that old car he just bought. So I don't have to show him a title to anything in Arkansas. And if you look, that property in Arkansas was purchased in 2006. Roger had nothing to do with it. I don't have to tell him about any money because it's not his business. So that's somebody minding somebody else's business. If the audience think that's minding somebody else's business, they want to know where they money at, what they name, what they structure in, tell them put it on there. I'm minding their own business.
Drop that mind your own business. Do you think that's Roderick's business? Does this count as a receipt?
Okay, while we're doing that, while we're on that receipt, Mr. Waldo is in the chat room, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Ask Mr. Waldo, does the property exist and is it there for whenever my people have to evacuate? Because he's been there.
Mr. Waldo, this property does.
Tell Mr. Waldo what he think about the property, what he feel about it.
What do you think about the property, Mr. Waldo? You out there in the chat. Does it exist? Is it available in the event of an emergency or disaster for her people?
So while he's typing in, I'm going to say this. That place is a place that was a dream that I brought to reality. Even if Mr. Waldo has to retreat there, if he calls Chief Waldo, say, Chief, I want to go there, think that for a while, he can do it. It exists. It's not a fantasy, okay?
Right, yes, ma'am.
Fishing and everything right there on the property. Roderick, I'm sorry, baby, you're not a part of it. And it's not for everybody in the tribe. It was for the ones who I had with me. Have an opportunity to know they got somewhere to evacuate. Whenever Chief want to evacuate someone, If you want to come on down and get you an RV and park out there and fish, so be it. Roger can't say nothing about it. It's paid for.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
Now, that's not that it's finished about the money or who name is in it. It's out.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Mr. Waltho say, yes, it's there and it's a beautiful place. There's somebody else in there saying, I've seen it. It does exist and it's very beautiful.
All right.
Right next to the burial mound.
What was wrong about creating a place where we could go and hold meetings, kick back, camp, work with the youth? I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Right. Nothing at all.
I'm not standing there in front of, of course I'm not here for the haters. Okay, worrying about somebody else's receipt. I was taking care of business, and I did, and I'm not ashamed of it. Next so-called receipt.
Let's see, let's get another one in there. I think, I don't know how many, it doesn't look like a lot of people are entertaining them. You kind of still just have, you know, the Cheeto Paws and the, you know, the Lindas and the,
People getting to see who they are, who they're linked with, and it's aggravating them, and they're acting like a bunch of elementary kids. Who's commenting them is Janelle, Cyril, Kia Pie, Strongbow, a bunch of kids that have their butts that got kicked publicly.
Yeah.
Don't know and admit it, the butt is kicked.
Yeah. Now this one here.
Been exposed.
A chief of her own tribe called Chata, and says blacks should be thankful Indians took such good care of them during slavery. Now this is some sort of blog page. And you know, blogs can be done by people who like you or who don't, people who don't know you or people who do. So this is an opinion piece. This isn't any professional piece that they're finding and they're pulling up, you know, just personal salty feelings. Anybody can create these blogs. So that. Okay,
I'm a public figure. All public figures have enemies. There are people who agree with them and disagree. I can go pull up negative on anyone, anywhere, if I want to just sit there and spend all my day and night looking for something negative. The person that made that remark, I can answer when I made that statement, and I still stand by that statement. I said, we as Black Indians, Mr. Waldo is in the chat room as a Black sonar. We helped when the slaves came to the South. That was their first trail of tears for them. Their Underground Railroad led them to the South, and we helped the runaway slaves in the South. Before they ever went to the North, they were running south. And I said that the people of color, after getting their self straight, never looked back to fight and help with the Black Indians. Hey, this is proof right here what we got to deal with. Okay?
Yes,
so the Black Indians still having problems, but we did help procure housing and food and shelter to slaves. That's what the Black Suit Laws is all known about, correct?
That's right.
So that's not a false statement. That's a person that don't understand history. Okay, so I can't correct a person that don't know history.
That's right.
And take it as a negative. They got white folks take it as a negative because we say we can get this color. They got white folks because we say proper color people was who was here first. So, you know, we're going to offend people when we tell the truth.
That's
okay? Right. Everybody is not going to like being offended by the truth. And I understand that. And that's your prerogative. But the fact is the fact. The truth is the truth. And the evidence is the evidence. And still, Roger got to give me the evidence that I did anything illegal or that I'm safe. That's okay, right. The next.
Okay, this one, it says, she basically took the history of the true Washita Indians and rewrote it to fit her own narrative, like the Washita folks did. When she was called out on it, she created a whole nother narrative with a whole nother tribe. When confronted by that tribal council, she created the Chata.
I don't know no other tribal council. I didn't know nothing about the word Washita until Roger came. And I have not written any book or any literature, if you guys know, for me to change and wrote something up off of somebody else's stuff. I have not done that. I basically talk about my life with my grandfather and the village I was raised in, and the stories that was told to me. And I can't see that being a Washita story because I don't think they had my grandfather. If y'all go back and listen to any of my stuff, that's what you'll hear me talking about. Right. You will hear me talking about my life. my farming, my grandfather, his stories, and the other elders around me. So how could there be a Washington story?
That's right.
I don't see nothing about Washington, no Bobakai, no home, and nothing about the Washington talking about no shit stuff, or none of this stuff. So that itself is somebody else writing a story that is their own personal opinion. That's not, to me, a receipt nor evidence. All right, audience, is it a receipt or evidence, or is it another piece of trash?
Another piece of trash. Not a receipt.
Okay. What's the next piece of trash they got out here? Another one for a receipt, not just straight trash.
Yep. Let's see. Let's get another one up
We're
there.
digging in a trash can, pulling out stuff to see if it can, something good fell in there. But most of it coming out is trash. All right.
Okay, so we have, this is the culmination of a long journey I've been on a long time, trying to put the two parts of me together to be whole. This is Cyril Neville's narrative. He said, looking back, some of the songs he's written and events in his life are part of that spiritual connection to the tribe. Neville research shows his mother's side of the family is from the Mellons and Williams. The chief showed him the rosters and property maps, and they found them in the records. The truth is, I am what my family told them I am. I am a Choctaw Indian, and that is what, and then let's see, we got to go to the next one. This is Cyril Neville saying that he is, that you have helped him with his genealogy, and he's related to the Mellons and the Williams.
Well, first of all, I didn't help Cyril with his genealogy because when Cyril came, they said that they was off the grid. So one of them had let them say birth certificate, driver's license that you could see. None of them showed me really any paperwork pertaining to their identity, and there was no way for them to speak genealogy because we don't put anyone into those books. So they never went into a genealogy book, which all of my members are being say they're lying. And we don't have no Miller in our family. We do have Malone, but no Miller. Okay? Mm-hmm. So if he come out the Miller, and that's still words, correct? He's a Miller.
Yes.
So if he's a Miller, we don't have no Miller. We have Malone. And he still would have to prove how do he connect to the Malone.
Right.
And then once he connects to the Malone, he got to show how the Malone connect to the tribe. He has not done that. Okay?
Hmm.
So you telling me who you are and proving that to me or to my group is two different things. So no, they never proved it. Yes, we do have Williams. So again, with this Williams, same Williams came out, say she claims she found on the road.
Right.
So Cheryl supposed to be couldn't have same Williams. I say again, the only William we had on our road was old William. Old William was a slave. Okay? Who married one of the Indian aunties. And they people are still with us today. And we know those Williams. Okay? And those Williams is family to us. And none of them know Cyril Neville or his tree. Or Gaynell in her tree. So this is just people grabbing last names.
Wow.
William, Smith, Jones, Jenkins, Jackson, White. Those are common names.
Right.
So they grabbing names off a hole, even in Oklahoma, saying, this is where I taught you. They don't know who their grandma is. They lost them. They don't know where they come from. Cheryl haven't showed me not one piece of paper showing me someone that was born in St. Tammany Parish or Washington Parish or none of that. So where did he tie? Yes, he did go to the Valley Wells, but couldn't find no grandparents in there for him to get him. Yes, they did go to the society home. The society home, well, people stayed together when it was illegal to be out in the open as a tribe. They used a society home and a church to keep our tribe together. Cyril wasn't a part of none of that. And there was nothing there to show that they were a part. Okay. Thanks, audience. Do they call it a receipt or not? I call it again just somebody just writing his own statement.
That is correct.
That's no evidence. That's the person trying to beat up me, not anyway. These same people we find.
That is correct.
So,
that is correct.
What did audience think? Is it a receipt or not?
Is that a receipt or nah? What y'all think? Is that a receipt or nah? Yeah, I don't think the people agree that that's a receipt, Chief. They don't believe that's a receipt. I don't think the people believe that.
Well, my thing is, this is what I've been having to deal with for the years I've been knowing these people, and they've really been out from around me way more years than they stayed around me because they came in and out for certain activities that they came as guests. Well, at that time, we didn't know they was running a scam to come take pictures to use in their favor for their scam. But those who haven't been around me, my grandbaby's 6 years old. They have not even been around me in the 6 years of me being a grandmother. Last time I saw them people, I didn't even have no grandkids. When they would come around. Y'all get what I'm saying? I have 2 grandbabies now. My grandbaby in school, first grade. I used to wonder how to. So where's all of these stories for all of these people? You know, these people, something wrong with them in their head. These people have not been around us. They live on Dixon Ranch and Neville's. And I bet you if I line up my grandbabies, they can't tell you nothing about my grandbaby. I wasn't around these people. Them some nuts. The whole pack, Roderick and them. Okay? And I ain't talking about no coconuts, because there's no water even in their head. These suckers been just empty nuts. And, you know, I didn't have to put up with this type, go around telling these lies, calling you all things with these type lies. And then when you talk to my people, Mr. Waldo, you are in the room. You've been talking and interviewing my people. Because what my people tell you match up with what Roger said. Let Mr. Waldo out for that. Phoenix, you done talk to some of my people.
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
the audience to match up what Roger saying versus what my people say.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all close to anything of what Roderick said. And I've talked to multiple people, not just one person. I've talked to multiple people, and they've all said the same thing.
If he can, go on to the local campaign, get Toby's statement. Okay? Only I can try to do it. You can put it up here.
Yes.
That's more of a receipt. Look, that's more of a receipt than what Roderick did.
Right.
Hold up, let's see. Let me see, can I get something from a person in the tribe, what they feel about
Yes, ma'am. And shout out to Chester of the Seminoles of Oklahoma. I see you, Chester. Halito to you. Thank you for coming through.
Things, can you get, are you in the home campaign? I'm trying to find this right quick.
I don't believe so. Let me see.
Why don't you send me a link so I can let you in? You've got my freedom. I'm giving you freedom to go in. Okay? I think that would be better, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Before we go to another receipt, I think that would be better. Let me see how we're going to do this. Mr. Waldo, he's in there. Somebody send me tell him send me an invite to you so I can let you in.
Okay. Let me see.
See, Roger got these imaginary people he's talking about in the tribe. Who you actually hearing from is the same people that's trying to take over the tribe.
Right.
I want them to get me some of my people. My people. What do my people say about me? Not what the Rodricks or some critics on the blog that don't know me. I want to know what my people say about me.
That's right. That's right.
Let me see something. While you look into that, let me see something. We're gonna have a little fun with them tonight. Because they keep going to get these doggone trash out the trash can and calling it a receipt. That's not the way they calling me education or education. All I want the public to do is to stay away from crazy people.
That's right.
We're going to do it a couple of ways. Let me see something right quick.
Okay, we're gonna get that there. Bear with us a second, beloveds. So you see what's going on. Like I said, this brother, he's been all over, and I've had a couple of messages from people asking me what's up with that guy. Why is he, just raging and ranting?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I have one of my chief aides online, and if anybody want to know what a chief aide is, these are people who aid the chief, and they part of my main entourage, okay? I have on here one of my chief aides. His name is Jeremiah. Jeremiah's been around. He just saw when these people come and left and all of this. Jeremiah, we're going through rocket case tonight. Am I a fake chief, or do I take care of my people, or do I steal from y'all? How do y'all feel about your chief? Let's hear.
Well, I tell you what, whatever they say about my chief on negative, it's all fake, as they say, And I know my chief personally, so all of it's just all lies, I really don't spend a lot of time trying to convince these people that they're going down the wrong road with these fake tribes and fake chiefs and stuff like that, because I know my chief is real.
Have I ever charged you all to do a census?
Not a thing. Not a thing.
Not ever paid. I charge $1,500.
Well, okay. Well, like I said, I'll say this. I can say it. It's a lie. It's just false. It's just something that.
As a tribal member, how you feel about the property in Arkansas? What you think about it?
I think that it's a beautiful piece of property. What it is for us is it's a place of to evacuate, and a lot of people have never been there. I've been there, and it's something that I appreciate as a member of Skinfolk Nation, because I feel comfort in knowing that if there was a disaster, that even if I wasn't there, that my chief and my, other chief aides would see after my family, that they would be able to evacuate, that they would be safe, and it would be a place for them to go.
How you feeling your seventh grandbaby being born?
It was wonderful, and I'm anticipating another one. Supposedly due tomorrow, but she doesn't want to have him on tomorrow because it's her older sister's birthday, the one that's older than her. So she said,
"So how do you feel when they are born and they have Skinfolk Nation?"
That was the very thing I was speaking with her about today. To be sure to call her baby sister, because the baby sister is the one that's due on the 25th. And I talked with my daughter, my baby girl, and she said that she was fine. They're doing the last shopping stuff.
So when Roderick and them say that all of my tribal members left me, we don't have any tribal members, we don't think they're talking about us. They're talking about they're not with us. Am I correct?
Correct. Because we're growing every day. And I'm not. Where you said, Chief, I ain't going nowhere. I've been here, gonna be here. Like the elders say, when he saw me, he said, "That one not gonna be with you." And here I am. I'm still here. I may be a few miles away. Let's say that much. But
keep calling you here.
Indeed.
Now, here's one of my members that the elders chose to be like a right hand. He chose certain ones to be my close entourage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a person that would know if I'll steal or whatever. If I need money, I don't have to steal, because all I have to do, if I'm in that bad of shape, is pick up the phone and call y'all. Am I right?
That's it. We don't. Well, that's something that's very sacred to us. That we, as a people, we don't steal from each other. And especially not our chief. That's something that we hold near and dear. People who would steal from us, we don't. We keep them at arm's length. We deal with them with a long handle spoon. We know who they are, and we know that they mean us as individuals in the tribe no good. You know, we don't deal with people like that. So,
you know, I was trying to tell them the numbers of them was not around us that much in Rockford. So we really don't know those people that much. We try to communicate, but we really don't know the people like that.
You know, when you get down to it, as individuals, as a people, you know, as individuals, we build and maintain relationships. As we do not build and maintain relationships, we have none. So we have to, even on a personal basis, you know, some of our family members, my family members in particular, we're really close. You know, my cousin Wilson, you know, hey, you know, I'm right hand, he's left hand. That's how we stand.
Y'all like my big brothers. I'm like,
That's it. We stand to the right and stand to the left. You know, we're the front line. You know, but and we're close. We're close like that. But honestly, some of our family members we're not close like that. And I'm sure Phoenix and others, we have family members who we don't really deal with them.
Yes.
You know, I always say it like this: I love them, but I don't really like them sometimes.
That is correct.
It's not a, you know, it's not. I'll never stop loving them, but I don't like them.
That's right.
You know, I don't like them sometimes. Yeah.
And all our family members are not, you know, I be telling people, all our family members are not in the tribe. All of them are not. Our cousins range in different races. So being that we have different races, that means everybody's not tribal. Okay? So we don't try to make the non-tribal family be in the tribe. Okay? But if we was opening the door to take someone in, it would be who are already our family. We wouldn't be on the internet soliciting no membership. Our family is too large for us to count, so people don't can't hold up.
That's right.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So we would not have to reach nowhere. I was talking to a nephew last night. We're getting ready for the census. I know we're getting ready for the census. I was talking to one of my nephews last night. I said, how many in your leg? He said, well, you know, I'm your cousin nephew. And I'll explain that to the audience how that happened too. It's not incest. That's what happened. My cousin, he's my cousin, but he's my husband's nephew. That's his sister's child. Y'all with me on that? Right. Anyway, I was talking to him. I said, I want to talk to you tonight as an auntie. Really, that's not going to get. So I'm talking to you as a cousin tonight. I said, have y'all started counting your leg? And he said, yeah. I said, well, y'all better get it going because, you know, your aide is your sister and she got to be ready to turn in your report. I said, we need all the new births. So new births mean a lot to us on things because we count them now and they automatically, in 10 years from now, they're going to be done went to school and be up in grades by the time the next census. So I'm like, make sure, you know, we got everybody counted and we don't miss anyone. Well, every 10 years we miss somebody, a lot for somebody. Right. So that one leg last night, he said, well, we're about 145. The other night I was talking to a lady out of Marianne's branch of her people. They about 400 to 500 out of this that one. And so when they say I don't have no Indians, we got to stop Jeremiah and think who are they talking about because we are a very huge, large, loving family. Indeed. And we have to count ourselves. We have to stand up and say, I am who I am, and this is my tribe, this is my chief, and just be that. We're not trying to be something or somebody we're not. We're being who we actually are. And we wasn't bothering anyone. We was back there and we was chilling and enjoying and loving one another. And he came and took our environment and try to upset our environment. Okay? Right. So Phoenix, this is one of my aides, and he just told you he like a brother, okay? And have a lot of more aides like him. As we go on, I'll be bringing different aides on so they can get to tell their part of how they feel about the tribe. But what they're giving is receipts. It's like they got all the family. They need to produce all family that they say they done stole. Sometimes they say 300, sometimes they say 6. Whatever it is, produce them because they're not our people. We all still together. Just like we was when they came, we're still together. We've actually shown that we are related to Chief. We're cousins. We're like you say, closest brothers and sisters.
and we know who we are. It's not that we don't know. And when we go back to, we have family members, but they're not part of the tribe because they say, oh, well, we're going to get you money and the casino. And then, I have to tell them, we don't want no casino. We don't want no casino. It's like when you do archaeological digs, where we're concerned, we don't, there's no roulette wheels and no crap tables coming out. I haven't seen one come up yet. No. And so we are who we are. We try to maintain ourselves as a people who can do for ourselves, not asking others to come into our tribe and do for us, not having our hands out and asking for money for them to come into the tribe. My own family, they have a choice to be involved with the tribe. Yes, I would love for all of my family to be involved in the tribe because that makes you part of the tribe. You can say, oh, because I got cousins say, oh, because you're native, right? Well, that makes me native. I says, well, it's really according to who your parents are, first of all. And if you say you're native, then you have to do your research and see how you're related to me and the tribe. And so when Roger, what you're saying, when Roger and them saying they're our cousins, they may be our cousins, but they ain't never proved it to us tribally, and they have not petitioned to come into the tribe. So being all of this stuff that he's talking, Roger is talking on his page, really, only reason we went on his page is because I told him to put his receipts on there, okay? Jeremiah, I want to see his receipts, okay? That I'm saying, we don't stole something, or I didn't stole something. Right. Or I don't have to, we don't have a tribe. Did you ever refer to Linda Roger? I think that they could be surprised. When you're posting pictures of some of these people, Chief, you know what I ask you? Who that? I was like, who that? Yeah, because I don't know who these people are. I don't see these people coming around us, being with us, doing things that we're doing with our chief and our tribe and our nation. I don't see these people coming around. They're on the interweb, like you say, and just bumping their gums, as far as I'm concerned. And they're talking about things they have no clue about. So it goes back to proving who you are. If you're related to this tribe, Chief will tell you, when I'm physically there, I'm close somewhere. Where y'all at, Chief? I'm coming right there. And I don't care if we're just sitting around. The only reason he's not with Chief right at this time, because his mom is sick and he has to be with Mama. Mama come first. Right, David? That's it.
That's right. That's right.
Mama come first. So, but he didn't leave me without being protected and covered. Protected and covered because Roger can got people thinking I'm out here by myself and we scared. Yeah. All this stuff. Far from it. We're not afraid. Okay? No, not at all. Not at all. The day they feel froggish, let them leave. That's all we can say on this side. The day they get froggish. All right? But we are not afraid, and we are real men. Put it this way, we are real men. Real men. We don't have no monsters running around with each other. We are real men. And Roger cannot even when he came around, he could not talk things to the men in this tribe. He couldn't hold a conversation. A conversation. All I ever saw Roger do is come hang around talking to the women. And not as a man flirting with women, that's where he can talk at. Because he couldn't talk to the men in the tribe because they owned their businesses. They were people like Jeremiah in the martial art and all of this stuff. He couldn't compare with men on nothing. Okay? Yes. So, to this day, we have to maintain ourselves. Even, Chief will tell you, even at my age, I'm still training and learning. Not just martial arts where I am now. I'm in, we do networking. I'm doing networking with a young man where I went to high school, and he's teaching me how to do the solar because I'm learning these things to bring it back to my tribe, to my people, so that way I can help them in that way, so that they're not depending upon where I am, it's called PG&E. You know, gas and electric. Right.
I'm gonna bring Mitchell on. Mitchell, if you're out there listening, I want a top UV solar person who actually is the inventor of UV solar within the tribe. Talking about building solar farms. This man goes all into Africa putting in solar farms and stuff. Okay,
Right.
so our people are independent, and we all try to find what we can do to put together to help our people have less overhead and expenses. They can use their money for other things, okay, to survive in this country. We're not out here, and they want to know where we get our money from, how we pay for stuff. That's none of their business. Because we willing to put our money together to get something does not make them have a piece of whatever we accumulate. Am I right, Jeremiah?
Yeah, you gotta get in where you fit in, and if you don't fit in, you're not putting your, what you say, you got 5 on my 40, homie, and nobody's putting 5 on anything that we're doing. They're not putting 5 on anything that we're doing, and like Chief says, it's none of their business how we finance ourselves. I guarantee you this much: it's not illegal.
That's right.
We're all working people. We work. Yeah, some of us are retired, but we still have an income. And even though it may be a small income, it's enough for us to maintain ourselves and still contribute to our chief and our tribe and our nation. You know, and a lot of times the things that we do as a nation, it doesn't cost any money. All it takes is for us to be around each other. We see something needs to be done to grow tunnels that we use to grow our crops, or even to get livestock to stuff like that. It doesn't take much. We network. We know people, and we can get them for a little bit, or we'll just get out there and dig in the mud and plant a seed and let it grow.
That's right.
So Danny, that's what you call that, a receipt? I thought, is this a receipt of one of my members, or is this someone that trash like out the trash can? But they call that a receipt. This is one of my aides telling you how we feel about charging this chief.
Yes, ma'am.
And tell them if they think that's a receipt, let me know. They don't have to just say yes to this chief, but ask them, do they think that's a receipt for that we're close with it?
Do y'all think her having her people tell you how they feel about her in person, that's a receipt? That's a receipt, not some of
Tell
these.
me there's a receipt. I remember put receipt on there. I want to see receipt when I go back and look at this.
Drop the word receipt in there if you feel like this is a receipt delivered. Drop the word receipt in the chat.
So Jeremiah, sound like you a receipt of things Moon said.
Yes, indeed.
I'm humbled at all of it. And I appreciate you bringing me on, Chief, because...
Chief been telling y'all all while these fools are going crazy. We're not going to go back and forth with these fools. And I thought they would just go away. But this set of nuts, they don't know what losing. They counting their loss as a gain and a win. They ain't won nothing here because we're going to do our census next year. They said, I'm looking for some numbers to do my census. We have our numbers. We always have them because that's our family. Okay, Danny?
Yes, ma'am.
We don't know who these people are talking about. You got a man named AD who are commenting on these things. I don't know AD. He doesn't matter. I don't know Charlie Henderson. I really don't know Chip Pine. I don't know Strongbow really. These are people who done talked to me, some of them and some haven't. But AD have never talked to me yet. And I heard he got short man syndrome anyway. And he need to come on up on that one. If you got short man syndrome, it's hard for you to deal with a woman that's like me. Okay, he would have to make me look small to make himself look tall. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
But, I'm a 5'8" powerful woman of color that's proud to be a Choctaw Indian. And I respect the men in my tribe. And the men respect me. And when Roderick is cursing and calling me bees and all of this on the internet, brother, you have a mother. You have a daughter. For an example, what somebody gonna call your daughter and your mother. And you ain't got a right to say nothing, brother. But you know, being that you are a man that's not really a man, you're a daggone mouth. You disrespect women, you disrespecting your mama and your daughter without even realizing it. But we have no respect for you on that, my brother. If I can call you my brother with a lot of slack in it at that. Okay? Now, I'm gonna let Jeremiah go for Jeremiah. What I'm doing is letting them know that y'all are really with families and children and grandchildren and very much involved with your tribe.
Indeed.
We gotta take off from our busy terms with our family to deal with people who must not have a family. These people don't have no family time.
I know it.
Oh, no.
I know it.
They don't. When I I'll be that way after the new year, and I'll be bringing my numbers.
All right.
For our census.
Oh, we're gonna help very well, and that's why I picked membership. Or whatever, $1,500 on PayPal. Look, if we didn't have PayPal, we sure wouldn't be for no membership or no census numbers, right?
Not at all. Not at all. We're never charged for the census. We are never charged for the census. Let me say that again. We are never charged for the census.
And we have been paid to do that. We've been paid to do the census.
We have never been paid to do the census. And we're not like those that show up at your door that are paid to go around and do a census. We do this because we want to count our numbers, and we love our chief and our family and our tribe. We're trying to maintain and build our numbers. We don't show up at the door and say, oh, well, we're doing the census, we need 1,500. Not at all. The census man don't show up there, and we're not being paid to do it.
That's right.
Never have and never will.
That's also my people who have to count their legs, and he's one of the counters. And he's telling y'all there is no money involved. Actually, we might spend our own money. Because when we got to go to the elders or to someone, that means we got to put gas in our own car.
We do it badly. We do it gladly. Because we have elders and we have young people who, and some of my daughters are, I kid you not, but my oldest daughter is, she's in her 40s. And my youngest, I had 8 girls, 3 boys, and everything in between. So sometimes they're busy with life. We have to go to them. We're not complaining when we have to I got to put gas and go. It's important. We don't complain. We just do what we have to do. We're not asking them for anything when we get there other than we're counting you as our loved one and a tribal member. That's all it is. We're not asking for any money. And they really appreciate that because out of all of our families and friends, some of them, they're, here they come. Yeah, this is coming. And I've heard it at our family reunion. They say, here come them Indians. Yeah, so we walk up.
Sometimes we get the
oh my God.
Here come the Indians. Didn't I tell you that?
Here come the Indians.
Yes,
here come the Indians. And you know what? We ain't got no problem with it. We're going to be who we are, and we're going to do who we do.
And we love them, and they love us. It's just
oh my God.
We are Indians.
We're not telling them, hey, come and go with us and be with us. No, not at all. Not at all. It is a choice of every individual. And every person, especially those who are related to us, even my own children, it's still their choice as to whether they are involved in the tribe and they count themselves as being with the tribe.
You know what makes me feel good? Let me share a little personal story with y'all, how close we all is. His daughter, I call his kids by numbers, okay? So, number 7 was going in to have her baby last month. On her way, going in and on the delivery table, she called her chief, Phoenix, to let me know she was on the delivery table, okay? I know having a baby is a serious thing. So for her to be thinking about a teeth while she's giving birth, that means a lot to me. That means more than any money. Okay? And she wanted you to know that the nation was growing and she was getting ready to deliver. That's the little things mean a lot to us, not what these people are talking about.
That's right.
And I want people to know that we are ordinary people, living an ordinary life. We are not running around with no feathers stuck up in our head, looking stupid. We're living a normal life, and that's what I want y'all to see. These people came into our life that was normal and want us to start acting like they're acting now, and we were not going to do that. Okay, see? We refuse to do those stupid things they wanted us to do. I'm not around here telling my people to denounce their citizenship to the United States. Get rid of your Social Security card. Get rid of your birth certificate. Oh, my God. Yeah. My people sit in a room with government agencies with me. They know I'm not selling them out to the government. They sit in the room whenever I'm dealing with the government. Most of the time, I make sure they're there. Somebody can be there at all times. Like they got to HEMA said, I sold some membership. We don't even know HEMA. So no. So why would we sell membership under NAARP, which right now the FBI and everybody else watching that job? We too smart for that. We're not getting caught in no illegal stuff. It's us helping our people because we love each other. Okay? Now, I'm going to let you go, Jeremiah. You can hang with me. Things you can go to the next receipt. Jeremiah, you can hang on here with me. Next receipt, no, piece of trash, the trash can.
Okay.
What's the next thing?
Oh, let me read this. I have this message from Toby. Let me see. I'm getting tired of hearing about Chief Warhorse stole people money. I'm here to tell you the truth. The truth is she did not get help for people to get FEMA money, food, 2 trucks full of clothes from Puff Daddy for people who was in need of help after Hurricane Katrina. I was there and saw the 2 trucks. The only thing she's guilty of is helping people and stealing time to make sure that everybody got help. She even talked to the people in Avest Bank for us to open up bank accounts with $1. Nobody is telling me to say anything because it's all true. And I would take a lie detector test so you can see that I'm telling the truth. The land in Arkansas was paid for people who are in the tribe. Nobody ever thanked her for her help. It's a sad day when you got to talk trash about a person who went out of her way to bring people to Arkansas so they can have a place to live, so they and their family can have a place to take a shower, food at the fairgrounds in Arkansas. There will be more storms coming. I remember a lot of preachers left their congregation with their family to go stay in a luxury hotel and forgot about their people. So the only one who came back to help the people in Slidell was Chief Warhorse. And I don't see nobody talking about how she did help the people in Slidell or how they're supposed to be a leader. Their pastor left them to fend for themselves and their families. I'm not going to lie for anybody. If she took people money, why didn't she take my money? Because I had all of mine, all of my money. She told me to go put it up. Told me before you spend it all up and won't have nothing to go back home with. So I did, and then I went to rent a U-Haul truck so I could come back home with. My brother came up to Arkansas with his wife so he could drive me back to Louisiana with all of my furniture, and that is the truth. I don't know who was lying on her, but you need to grow the heck up because you will need her help again. Because like I said, there are most storm and disasters are coming. And that is from Toby.
Is that a receipt? Is that a receipt from a person that was there, or is that some trash like Rocky?
That is correct.
Toby gave a receipt, if that's a receipt. If he didn't, say trash. Is it a receipt?
No, that's not that's a receipt, Chief. They're saying that gratitude is a must. They respect that. That's a receipt, Chief.
So where is these people, Roderick and Hemont and them, is talking about? Where's their receipt? They're going to bloggers who don't know me. Well, I don't know them. I never serviced them. I know Roderick said something about he got some service from me. That's not a receipt for one saying that not only being a receipt for what I did for him, but for everybody else that I helped. And he said, I was there. Okay? Now, where is my truth? I did wrong during Katrina. Where is it? Do you need me to bring some government agencies that work with me and soldiers that work with me for receipt? Because I can deliver good receipt. My stuff is accounted for. Only police, soldiers, mayors, and judges. Receipt. I don't want to put this on a blog page talking about this is a receipt. I want to talk about evidence. We talked about last night evidence. I need to see evidence.
That's right.
Okay, I couldn't hear.
That's right.
Talking about.
One moment,
They gotta
Chief.
get someone to get some fixing.
One moment, Chief.
It's not a
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I said what they fail to realize. Okay, what they fail to realize, a receipt is not you trying to say something that you don't have witness to.
That is correct.
Or proof to.
All right.
Okay, so what I want them to do is give us some real things that I supposedly have done. And the only reason I'm letting my life be thrown online like this, guys, to being put up on YouTube, because I don't have nothing to hide.
That's right.
Right.
I have nothing to hide. I'm going to come out and face the public on what I've done. And what I will still do is to help people in the community. But we must get rid of these liars. Because it makes people like me, when you're a leader like I am, there are very few leaders that can say, I've worked for 40-some years for no pay for my teachers.
That's right.
And then to have people like this trying to destroy your character, and they don't have a character, I want to see somebody show me what they did during the storm. So I ain't just talking about the storm of Katrina. I did Rita, Gustav, Ike, George, you name them.
That's right.
This is not my first rodeo of helping. Where was these people during May 95 flood when I was out there helping people? Where was these people? Where was Cyril Neville? Where was Gaynell? Roderick, Chantel, Strongbow, A.D., Charlie Henderson, Diane Patton, Linda K. Who have they helped? Who have they sacrificed for besides trying to steal? Roderick think his biggest thing that he could show that he accomplished is putting an old car on his page. If it's his car. That's like this is for the haters. Ain't nobody worried about no car. Man, they got more serious stuff in this world than a car. Strongbow, then you come around and you post a car, I heard. All y'all worried about is a car? All what's going on in the country, that's what y'all mind is on.
Yep. On
and
themselves.
then to change something, it means you doing something. That show us you are wanting materialistic things.
Yeah.
That's what you showed us. That's the receipt I saw on your page. You're trying to tear my credibility down to build up your credibility so you can get a car?
Right.
You can say you made it? Come on now, man. Do better than that. Show me you doing something for somebody besides yourself. That wasn't a child standing by you. That was a dog. That was a dog. You wasn't holding your daughter's hand by the car. You had a dog. You know, a dog should know a dog when they see one. You were standing there with the closest thing. What they say, a dog is a man's best friend. Now here's your friend. You ain't by you a dog. A dog. Dog and a car. And that makes you some kind of leader. And then your people are going on there posting, man, you deserve that.
You deserve a car. Right. Don't take care of his children. Running from those responsibilities.
Children there, and they were saying, man, you a good leader. You got your children standing there with you. You know, he had a dog. And you have to hold a dog on a leash because most probably that dog want to go our way. So, you know, a real leader has something to show.
That's
I
right.
want them to show me something they have done. Oh, besides marching a Mardi Gras. Oh, God, yeah. Because that's not going to get it. It's all right to be in a parade, but your parade that took over your body, you don't even know reality no more. You want to be an Indian so bad. Till you will kill people to take their spot. If y'all suffer to skin me, y'all might skin me and get my skin. Y'all just like the first Europeans come in skinning the Indians. And I said, I know you don't have no hair, so I got to be careful because you've been skin and scalp. Man, you don't get crazy with this thing. Stop it. Y'all going crazy. Y'all know you're lying. And I wouldn't sell 100 nothing that you got, man. You look like something that needs to be locked up. It's not in jail in a mental institution. And those that follow you need to be wherever you locked up at. Let's stop scamming the people in this country. And then I saw this young lady, somebody said she said she got her membership card to the tribe. I don't know who sent that one, Danny. But the poor child got a membership to nothing. They got people out there really looking for their heritage and their connection. And they're running into these fools. They can't even find their grandmother at the cemetery. Can't find Uncle either. You know, if you're going to come at me, come with something. When I said we're going to keep this in the public eye, this is where we're going to put it. In the public eye. And the more it comes in the public eye, the more people are going to know who you all is. If y'all stop changing the daggone name for at least a week. Every week, come on, we change your name, we change the tribe. My tribe is still the same name. They said we changed the name of the tribe. Yeah. We were when I was in the
Yes, indeed. Ain't changed. You know. We hadn't changed. I watch some of these people, and it's like all I can say is we've been here. You know, I don't know where some of them came from, and what they're trying to do, or what they're trying to be. Like you say, it's more about them and what they got, what they can get. You know, I have often people ask me, well, what the money? I had a man today. I was in one of the stores just trying to be in and out of that. I will do that last minute shopping. But he asked me, he says, you know, what about the money? And I was like, you know, we have no interest in that, man. This being in my tribe is not about money, man. It's about building and maintaining our who we are as a people. You know, and money didn't make us, and money ain't gonna break us.
That's right.
You know, so.
Okay, Phoenix, you see the way me and my people think?
That's right. Yes, ma'am.
That's not what they wanted us to think. They want us to get casinos, go back to government for some money, and we needed to be under the VIA with a VIA card. We're not worrying about all of that. Why do you want to make us do that stuff? We're not doing it. So we didn't do it, so they go and create it for themselves. That's what they're doing. That's how they got their tribe. They're going to create what we would not do. And since Chief Warhorse said no, and when she say no, it's no. Don't get me wrong. Everybody knows. We all sit there talking. We'll talk ideas up and down and around. Certain things, Chief will just straight up say no. Am I right, Jeremiah?
That's right. Let me say this. You know, where I am, there are many places that I could go. If I were federally recognized and get, help from the state and the government, and I would have it easier than other people. Let's say that much. They have many Native American centers and health centers. I could go and get, health care and all that, and I'd be seen quicker. But when they say, "Are you federally recognized?" I says, "No." And they say, "Well, you can't receive all this." You know what I say? Okay. I'm not trying to force my way into being something and being, just so I can get something from a state.
Fulfill the pride of our people.
Indeed. and from the state and from the government. I'm not begging for anything. What I have is sufficient. What I have is sufficient. I have shelter. I have where I live. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't pay rent. I'm off the grid. I have solar panels, and I have a generator. And I ride horses when they look. I'm standing by the goat pen right now. I've got a horse right across from me, and we have about 30 horses out here. Goats, rabbits, chickens, ducks. I live a good life, you know.
How long is they still there? You still there, thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, he said he got 30 horses right there. Goats, chickens. Don't that sound like a good life?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And it is because, and I don't, let me say this, I don't think I'm better than anyone.
No.
A young man came this morning and he was picking up 2 of the ponies and he was saying, he's with the OBCA, which is the Black Cowboy Association.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they board a couple of their horses out here. And he was saying, yeah, and I'm looking for a job. And, my grandpa, he said, well, because his grandpa got land and they have these investments in different properties out here. Anyway, down on himself. I said, let me tell you something, young man. I said, you know what happened this morning? You woke up. So you're taking those ponies to an event with a bunch of kids. You're going to remember you for that. You may not feel like you're important, but you're important to them. They're going to look back and say, I remember when he brought the horses out and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. And where we are at any given time, I think we're supposed to be there. Wherever we are, because that young man in that moment, he needed words of encouragement. And I'm thankful and I'm humbled at being here and being able to help young man along in life. Mm-hmm. It was just a few words. And he says, man, I appreciate you.
Can I say where you're at? Can I say where you're located at right now?
Sure, you can say. Yeah.
As close as we all are, and Roger may think we're not close. Jeremiah's in California. His mom got sick, he left, he went to California by his mom. Most of the time he's down here with us. And even when he's gone, it's like he's still here with us. Keep up with what's going on. I send them updates on all the stuff that's going on out here. And even when they were getting frustrated, I say, look, Jeremiah, don't worry about it. When Roderick and them begin to start trying to throw their threat, and me and the family didn't take that lightly. I won't tell them no.
Oh, man. You know, that's
lightly. And they said, we need to come home and deal with some of this stuff. And the men in the family, I want people to know I have real men. And they haven't been taking this quietly, okay? Yes, but I told them we gotta let the law handle this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna let the law handle it. Because these people are doing illegal things. These people are threatening folks. Things just read one of them threats around the kill out there 4 weeks ago. Like I said, when you feel foggy, shop. Okay? And I still say to Hema, whatever you're gonna do with me and the police and the judges, man, come on down. The price is always right. Price is always right. Okay? So just come on down. Stop talking behind that screen with no action. Because we're not just talking right now. We're telling you, put it on the table. If you can go against the law, and y'all can do all these things you said you can do, start doing it. Do it right now. Come to Louisiana and do all this stuff y'all talking about. Mm-hmm. And then everybody on this chat room gonna know one thing. Y'all gonna be in jail. Because we'll make sure things won't get it so she can uplift it to the case as soon as it happens. Okay. Now, then I want to have a couple more of Roderick. I think he had me riding on a horse on his page. I rode that horse for cutting Martha's 110th birthday. That was my cousin that lived to be 113.
Wow.
I rode that horse. It was a parade. And Roderick asked me to wear his gesture is masking Indian thing to represent him as showing appreciation for her years of life of 110 years old. And I wore that everything, but I normally don't wear that kind of stuff. And there's I know myself, I normally don't wear that. So the only thing that was actually called fake on me that day, Tina, was this vest that I had on me. I normally don't wear that. So that was what was fake. Here's this.
Right.
Okay? That was fake. But I wore it out of being nice, me acting what I was, mad when I was. And I did. And I wouldn't do that if the thing was doing anyway. Me and the horse had a problem. And Jeremiah, you know what horses used to your weight, and when you have something else on, they don't know what the hell you got.
Yeah. You don't have to be.
And Big Boy was a good horse, but Big Boy was like, what happened to you last night? You picked 50 pounds.
Yeah.
And Big Boy didn't know where that extra 50 pounds came from, and that was that Vest of Rogers, which was fake. Okay? But his rhinestones and everything, well, I did that for him. And the horse was real. That was a champion horse that I was riding. It wasn't regular trail riding horse. I was riding Big Boy, Jeremiah, which was for Heather, which was a show horse. Okay?
Right.
But I wasn't just any kind of horse, so that horse was that horse does barrel racing and all of that type stuff. Okay?
Right.
So a barrel racing horse is not meant to just walk through town in a parade.
No,
you know that.
I know.
And it was very expensive. And so that horse cost more than some people cost. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
So it was an honor to ride Big Boy. The next thing is they said I sell membership to white folks. I don't have any white people in my tribe. We have some fair-complected people, though. They might look white. They have freckles and face and blonde hair. But I'm sorry, guys. That is our black kid. And they could produce papers and you can't.
That's right.
They can prove my paperwork. They're my family.
That's right.
So it's not about color. It's about who is my family. And they didn't come off the internet from PayPal. They've been around us all their lives. Okay? We'll watch their children grow. They grew with us. Or some of them grew under us. Not too much behind us, but they were a little younger than us. And we know their parents and grandparents too. I don't know your parents, nor y'all grandparents, Roderick. They now, and you know, Jeremiah, Chantel don't have to be acting stupid. She had a choice to be this tribe with her mom or in her dad's tribe. I don't know that problem, okay?
Right. Everybody has the freedom to be who they are. If you say that you're tend to this tribe, the only thing you have to do is show chief. You have to show the leadership through your paperwork. Not because you just say that you are. You have to do your paperwork. I had to do mine. I had to be diligent, go to every meeting, get on the interweb, do my research, go to the graveyards, see it for myself, and then pass it on to my chief. My chief said, you are cousin. She pulled it up this several years back.
Isn't that what you were to my Phoenix? Go visit with your people. Then go to that graveyard.
That's right.
They can tell you something.
That's right.
And the old people told me to let them go there. Jeremiah know, because Martha was up in age. She was 100 and some years old. She said, they have to go visit the burial ground. They have to come sit in the classes. Martha didn't want to sit in the classes. They didn't want me to use the word God or anything. I'm not an atheist. So you're not going to come and tell me how to serve God?
Right.
We got different religions in our tribe. There's no one particular religion. We have Catholic people, Baptist, sanctified, holy.
Oh, yeah.
But we still love to come together and respect each other's religion. That's why we respect each other's religion. I even have about 10 Muslims.
If they do the research, Chief, I say I had to go to the graveyard. Now, the graveyard where some of my people, my ancestors are buried, is something I didn't know at the time I went there. And a guy who's he does these events at the VFW, and he told me, he says, you know what? He says, I visited the graveyard where your people are buried. And he says, do you know what the name of that graveyard was called long ago? And I says, what? You know, because I didn't know. He said it was called the Indian Baptist Graveyard. He didn't say the black graveyard. He didn't say the white graveyard. He said the Indian Baptist Graveyard. So when Chief says, yeah, we're Baptist, we have people who are. But when he said that graveyard in particular was used to bury the Indians and the Baptists, it was Indian Baptist Graveyard.
So he had to go learn that history for himself, right? Even if I would have told him that, it wouldn't have had no value. He went and he learned his path. And those of y'all that's out there on the audience, I'm not going to hold you much longer. Don't look for this pie in the sky fantasy to prove who you are. Your culture and history is what your people told you. You don't have to create nothing. You don't have to dress in a certain clothes to be who you are. If you are indigenous Americans, your paperwork, your graveyard, these things will tell you. The internet is not going to tell you the stories that people can tell you. The aunties and the uncles and the cousins. And then some just old people that lived in the neighborhood that just sit by and watch your people over the years. I have white people that came out and said, look, these people have been doing the ceremony as dead since I was a little boy. And this man is way up to the permanent age. But as a white man, he said, I always watch your people do their ceremony. So no, it's not a ceremony I put together. It's a ceremony that goes back for generation and generation. But it's getting to be new to the Rodricks and all of these people. So some of the things we do make look like I put it together. But no, you're just finding out that we have a culture separate from theirs. Now, Phoenix, if we have any questions about anything, or do you have any more of these stupid things that Roderick had on there that we need to address? Because Roderick needs to go back and get the real receipt.
Do you guys have any questions?
Two people that's an aid in this here tribe. One that you got off of the page that he put on there, and one in your person. If you have any questions for me or for Jeremiah, if you have any questions for Jeremiah, feel free to ask.
Do you guys have any questions for the chief or for Jeremiah while he's still on the phone?
I got one thing I want to ask them. And that what's going on is a conspiracy to, how can I put it, to try to tear me down, to build themselves up. So I would say it's a conspiracy of, let me get a good word for it, deceit. It'll be a good word. It's very deceitful, okay?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
They practice very deceitful. Ask the audience, are they getting a clearer picture of who was here, and do they see what Roderick and these other people are trying to do? That's what I want, a clear picture for them.
Yeah, they are saying that you basically gave all the answers to the questions that they had. That's from Burnish Brass. Okay, there's one question here. They were wondering why you consider yourself Native American instead of American Indian.
Tell them we are, okay, tell them that's a good question. Tell them one reason is the United States, up until this census coming right now, we were classified Native Americans by census. And it's not until this census that they have cleared it back to American Indians. So, and it's not about the titles and what you call yourself. It's what you respected as. And I don't see no difference when they had us under Native Americans or American Indian. The only difference is anybody born in America can be classified Native American. Okay? But we don't get caught up in that particular issue. My grandfather didn't survive a whole lot of other names, from color to mulatto. Okay? So we don't get caught in it. It's the main thing is knowing who you are and bringing down your culture and heritage to so don't be mad. But I think that I answered that good enough for him. But his sisters, we will be back. We have to fight for that as a people,
That's
American
right.
Indians. To get
That's right.
back classified on all paperwork to be American Indian, and now is back American Indian.
That's right.
And that, in fact, that in fact is what my daughter put on her son's birth certificate when he was born.
Yeah. Now the other kids got Native American on theirs, okay? Granny?
Yes.
Now the kids that have been born in the last 5 years have American Indian. All right?
Right.
And tell them I'm not denying who I am. You got to go by what legal terminology is there for you to use. You can't make up a terminology.
That's right. That's right. Well, again, thank you so much, Chief. You know, this is always going to be available. It's always going to be available for us to have these conversations. And
Excuse me, Phoenix.
Yes.
Can I say one last thing and I'm done?
yes,
Go ahead,
absolutely.
feel free.
So when everybody that has gone to school, they learned or taught history. Now listen to what it says, his story. What I say, if you're trying to be and understand who you are, if you have Native heritage or whatever you're looking for, learn your story. And the way you learn your story is do your research. And you have to put yourself in your ancestors' shoes, even those who greeted the census taker when they came to the door.
That's right.
And they asked one of my ancestors, so what's your name? She says, my name is Rosa Lee. So we know that it was a white man. He put Rosalie. What we have to understand is that they're going to put down what they think they see. They're not going to put down there, and especially long ago, my ancestor, she didn't ask him, what would you put right now? You know,
Right.
and didn't correct him and say, I'm not a mulatto or a Creole or a Negro, I'm Native American. Because there was a white man taking a census, and what he thought he saw was not actually what she was.
That's right.
So what we have to do is when you're doing your research, remember that it may say white on there. But you know that your ancestor wasn't white. It was just something that the census taker put on there. So if you're doing your research, you have to imagine being that ancestor and in that time.
That's right.
It doesn't matter male or female, and understand what they may have been going through. That's Jim Crow. Come on now. So there's no way that she was going to challenge whatever he put down there, and that's why some of your peoples are referred to as white and mulatto and Negro and so on and so forth, because they were not going to challenge that census taker, which was most times a white man. There was no white woman doing the census. There was no black man or black woman doing the census.
On top of that, that's what makes us so happy, because we've been doing our own census since, well, actually 80 we did them, 90, 2000, 2010. We run our own census count. And to clarify, so the thing was budgeting to my money and paying, because that's the way it works. The Social Bureau come out, they meet with my people. I make sure they meet with all my aides that have to do counting. And each aide counts their people. So it's not about money. They count their people so they can get an adequate count. Okay? There's no white person or stranger knocking at our people's door. Our census office is ran from our tribal office. That's where the headquarters is for our census. And all census is ran through that office. If you do not do your census through our office, we do not count you on our census. You understand, Tony?
Yes,
So our office then have people who work with us from the Census Bureau to help tabulate and make sure our people's stuff is done properly. Okay? So,
and also this, you know, people says, well, are any of your ancestors or relatives on the rolls? Okay? And the only thing I can say about that is I can say that I'm not sure. There may be some on the road. But what happens?
Don't go by
our senses. Right.
Our senses go by the road. Jeremiah,
exactly.
I was trying to go by the road because our people didn't go to Oklahoma. So they wasn't going to fall on the Dawes Road or any of those roads because they didn't go to Oklahoma. And I hear a lot of people that people did not go to Oklahoma. And they're looking for their people on the roads in Oklahoma. And they're all on that road. Okay?
Right.
They will not be on there. Because that road was for who gave us their allotment here to relocate in Oklahoma. Are you with me?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
and
ma'am.
we did not relocate. And then there were other roads that was done once they got to Arkansas, Oklahoma. We wouldn't be on those roads. So a lot of people wasting their time going to be on those roads. That's not the way you're going to get it done. I'm going to come to a close, Benny. I think we covered some of Roderick's trash off his page. We promised to keep people posted. I don't want to hold the audience longer than it's been here. It's been a long time. I also wanted them to hear some of my people talking, and I will bring back some more of my people.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I need
ma'am.
Washington to bring me somebody from South Spirit level, they now, or someone who was not a part of our tribe. Bring my tribal members. Bring Chantel to the table.
Right.
We would love to talk to Chantel. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
He ought to bring Chantel out. And Chantel, if you out there listening and you want to call me and talk on this show, you are more than welcome. And I will talk with Chantel on air right here. Because Chantel's been around us for a little minute. At least since she was 13 or 14 years old. So Chantel, come on and let's talk about the tribe. Let's talk about Uncle Earl and them. Let's talk about when Roderick and them came. Let's talk about when you met Linda and them when they came. Come on, Chantel. Let's do it. Let's clean this junk up. One day, you may need your family. And we're not going to trust you. Because you over there lying and conniving, you can just stand up and tell the truth. You know nobody ain't never charged nobody for no sisters. Your mom got sisters and they pay now done. You know that. You know the sister B will come sit with us. Come on, Chantel. Come on, close. Come on, air. Send me your phone number because I don't have it. I would be glad to talk to you on there and we go live. Wouldn't you like that, Fanny?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on and go live.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Chantel Norman, come on. Let's come on with you. I don't have a tribal history with her. He never worked with the tribe. But Chantel came in and sit and worked in my office. Come on, Chantel. Time for you to tell the truth. Because otherwise, Chantel, we misunderstood you back in the day. We didn't judge you right. That means you let me know that all while you was around us, you was a phony and a snake. Come on now. I respected your mom a whole lot more than that. And your dad. Joe, if you're listening to tell Chantel she needs to talk to me.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me what we did you, Chantel. Please tell me. I know you can't be that greedy. Because you ain't getting nothing. You can't be that greedy that you're trying to be buying and deceit. You know you don't know no AD. You know you don't know no Strongbow or Charlie Henderson or none of these people. Yeah. She done met them now, but she know that's not a part of our body. So it's time she come out and tell the truth.
That's right.
Chantel, you know who Jeremiah is. You know this Jeremiah on the phone. You know Jeremiah knows you.
Oh, yeah.
So come on, Chantel. Let's clear this up because we got a lot of work to do in this world. There's a couple of head-ups between 2020
That's right.
and moving forward. Let's clean these lines up.
That's right.
I don't know what Roderick doing to you or said to you, but you were not that kind of Chantel when you were calling me in the morning before you went to school. I don't know what's going on over there, but maybe you need to snap out of it. Because right now, nobody has respect for you. And I know you're most probably thinking you don't care. But let me tell you, baby, blood is thicker than water. Them people are going to defriend you off that book, and that's the end of you. And when they go to jail, that's the end of you. And But you knew you had your family. You knew that. All right, we're signing off. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
I would like for Dan Calloway to get in touch with me if he can.
Yes, indeed.
And anybody that can get Dan Calloway to get in touch with me. And then you can call me anytime at your convenience. Because we need to clear the air on HEMOC and the lies he's putting out there. So we're going to clean our communities up in this Indian country.
That's right.
We got enough to deal with the white Indians who don't want us to be who we are. Let alone deal with some fake people calling us fake.
That's right.
And I want to cover another thing. Roderick, you're right. I do buy my beads at the same place you buy your beads. In New Orleans at the bead shop. And sometimes I feel I'm at Hobby Lobby. But I have not seen you out there making beads at all. Everybody buys beads. Everybody buys beads. I haven't seen you like I told you out there making a fabric up to buy your clothes, wearing with the flow. So this day and time, yes, I do those things. But that doesn't make me safe. I have my paperwork. I have my proof. You better get yours, brother. Because you are fake.
That's right.
You just as fake as that wig you put on for Mardi Gras Day. Okay? You can put it on and you can take it off. Mine is on permanently.
That's right. That's right.
Since I think we go for the night with the wardrobe, if you see anything I missed on the thing, let things go from close out.
Mr. Waldo, did we forget anything? Well, I think he's all set. Again, I always want to thank the chief for being here. And thank you so much, Jeremiah, for coming to speak. As a receipt, family, you see what it is. We present the receipts. We present the real truth, proof, evidence, and facts. If y'all still hanging out with these folks, then, you'll see that they're playing themselves. I definitely want y'all to have a safe holiday. Don't be sad about nothing. Spend whatever time you can with your family.
Okay, we're signing out.
Yeah, spend whatever time you can with your family. It's still, whether you celebrate the holiday or not, you can always respect being with the family and getting together and eating and having a good time. There's never anything bad comes from that. So you shouldn't wait until these holidays to do that. That's something you should do on a regular. But thank y'all so much for joining us. We will catch up with y'all soon. Y'all know we're gonna be back. And hopefully we'll definitely awaiting for these magical receipts that they think they have. But I wouldn't even entertain that stuff. I definitely wouldn't. I want to thank Coach Kucut and his family for helping me host this show and doing the production in the background. And shout out to everybody else for coming through this Christmas Eve. Y'all enjoy your holiday with your family. Peace out, you can.
They gonna go, yeah, I got some Indian in my family. Well, how we just gonna forget that? I
had one little, two little, three little Indian. One for society, keep killing them, telling me. I had one little, two little, three little Indian. Grandma's for society.
Your grandma told you. You got Indian in your family. Yay!
House again, the real fake build, again. My skin ain't black, what the deal? Singing Luke, on my real shit, it's Aborigines, owners of the land, and every got tree, and every got see invaders ever cross to step foot on the land, and you can step the off. Breathe. You can make a swing the sacred tomahawk. Flick around with us with that black conscious talk. Fake pics of slave ships, that's the reference. If we African, look, you gon' need more evidence. I'm American, Aboriginal, indigenous. Shibogadi is name test. That this is rhetoric. Stay woke. Aboriginal, get out. Your civil rights acts, all you can eat. Big out. The Stockholm syndrome. Make skits out. Phoenix Moon got the antidote. Get that stage out. Meanwhile, I'm rapping about my birthright. freestyle. Teach each man, each woman, each child. Black races really Indians indeed now.
Man, they indeed now.
Holly Doe, Title 18, G goes. Pilgrims get free gold with Phoenix and Beast Mode. Bringing my peoples out of the sleep mode. We ain't black, colors, Africans, or Negroes. But 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, 8 young brothers. Society keep killing them, telling me.